agave is what tequila is made out of, and good tequila is 100% agave. So we are going to be using the Curamia tequila, and I picked this because this is really cool. It is a female-owned company. So there's two women. One of them lives in Albany, literally right down the street from Holy Names. I can't disclose her address, but her name is Melissa. She's wonderful, and she sampled me on this tequila, and we carry it at Brew in Slingerlands and then Beltline 3 in Albany. And it's a Blanco tequila, which means that it's aged the least. I think it's like 3 months. It sits, or I'm sorry, it's 60 days. 60 days it sits, and then they take it out to legally be a Blanco tequila. This is smooth. This tastes like it's aged way longer, and I always tell her she should be really proud of her product, and she should charge more money for it because it tastes really expensive. You can sip on this, like, and not that I sip on tequilas because they're really strong. Like most liquor, I don't sip on things, but I like to blend things. But this is really flavorful. If you just take a sip of it, you could taste so many beautiful properties, and I totally recommend it. And it's a female-owned company, so I love that.
Even better.
So we are going to get going on this cocktail. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to salt my glass. So you can use 2 different types of glassware for this. So anything that you put bubbles in. So a little champagne flute situation, or a champagne coupe, which is my favorite because I love the 1920s. So I'm going to make it in a champagne coupe. And so all we're going to do to sugar the brim here is I literally just took a plate. You could use any plate. You could use a disposable plate, which is great while you're hosting because then you just throw in the garbage. But a little piece of orange, because I love citrus. We're going to just literally just take the citrus, put it on the edge of the brim, and then you're going to take the glass over. It's got sugar on it already. We give it a little spin. And then it's got this perfect little line of sugar on it. You can also do this with salt, with margaritas in the summertime, whatever you like. All right, so we're gonna get our other pint glass here. We're gonna move this guy to the side. All right, and so the secret with making cocktails, always fill the ice up all the way to the top in a pint glass. It just keeps it really cold, or if you're shaking it. Same thing goes with stirring. Just works out really well. All right, so we are going to do 1 ounce of the Curamia.
Do they carry it in the local stores?
Yeah, so they carry this over at Sheila's in Slingerlands, right in the price shop. And they also carry it over at Empire, the Old Northway Mall. So I checked on those 2 because I figured locally that's where everybody's going. But I know that they definitely sell it in other stores. Most stores too, if you're looking for a new brand, they're happy to bring on a product. So if you request it, they'll usually bring it in for you.
Okay.
All right, so 1 ounce of the Curamia. And Curamia, so pure, and by the way, most cocktails originated because they were cures for ailments. So this is where the name comes from. And then Mia, because it's the like mother's recipe. So the matriarch of the family, this is her recipe that they are, not Melissa from Albany, but her business partner from Mexico. Put that right up there. And then we're going to do a little bit of the cranberry syrup. So I made this. There was a recipe. I don't know if you saw it. You could cheat and use cranberry juice too. But if you take the time to make your own syrup, it took me less than 10 minutes today. And you can have like the essence of rosemary in here and orange zest. And it really helps to round out the flavors in the cocktail. And it makes it super delicious and also dangerous. So sip slowly. But we're going to put 1/4 ounce in here of that. All right, and we're gonna do a splash of lemon juice. Fresh is best, but I'm cheating today and I've just got the real lemon. We're gonna do a little splash of that. So lemon is fantastic to use like in most drinks. Anything that has like a fruity component to it, it's great because when used in just a dash or 2, it really brightens up You get the bouquet, so the smell of the drink, or the flavor profile of the drink. It's fantastic. You use citrus on your vegetables and all kinds of crazy things. Lemon is magic. Alrighty, so we got that. Alrighty. So I'm gonna shake this up and see it's low in the glass because we're gonna put a champagne floater on. So you don't want it to be super high because we're gonna also add more bubbles. So we're gonna give this a shake for about 8 seconds.
Or more.
All right.
Love the color of that too.
It's so fun and festive. It's pink, it's got bubbles, it's like my favorite. It's just a fun drink. And then champagne or Prosecco or Cava. So Prosecco is Italian for champagne because champagne grapes grow in France, Prosecco grapes grow in Italy, and Cava is from Spain. So each region has its own name for their own bubbles.
Huh.
I did not know that.
Right?
I love that sound too.
Just a little float on in there. You could add as little or as less as you'd like, your preferences. And then we are going to garnish with a sprig of rosemary. And we've got some cranberries. And we're going to put those right in there as well. And you've got a
Very
great
good.
little
Cheers.
festive
Very good.
cocktail. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.